All right, UFC Fight Night, Edwards versus Brady in England. We got a pretty good card. This is my first betting tips video, and let's just get straight to the point, bro. I think we're in for a good card. I think the first fight of the night, Garam, the Georgian Viking, Kutateladze versus Kaue Fernandez. I think this is going to be a pretty easy win for Garam. I think the odds are wide as fuck. They're fucking gay. But, I'm trying to make some money on Garam. God damn it. But, I'm going to say Garam wins by third round TKO after a pretty bad beatdown. I think Kaue's going to do good, and I think Kaue's actually going to drop him in the first round. But I think Garam's going to come back just like he did against Vucenic and start to pile on the pressure. And Kaue doesn't like to wrestle much. I think this fight's a pretty straightforward pick, and I'm going to go with Garam Kutateladze by KO in round 3. That's the pick. Moving up on the card. Oh my god, this fight is a fucking lock, I promise you guys. Callan the Don Loughran versus Nathan Fletcher. I'm going to go with Nathan Fletcher by points. I'm going to say he wins this fight by taking down Loughran throughout the fight. He's beat him on the regional scene in the amateurs. He had a deep triangle in that fight. He arguably could have finished it, but this guy Loughran is fucking retarded. And he's basically Italian Vittori. Or he's an Irish Vittori, sorry. And yeah, I just think he's a very hard guy to finish. And I think Nathan Fletcher's going to control him to a 30. Nah, should I say 29, 20? But Loughran doesn't fucking do anything. He's so shit. Okay, you know what? I'm going to say Nathan Fletcher wins by 30-27. 29-28. I'll go 29-28 decision for Nathan Fletcher. And moving on up this abomination of a fight. We got Shauna Mama B. Bannon, what fucking nickname is that? Versus Pooja the Cyclone Tamar. This is India's only fucking hope. After fucking Jubilee's failed career already. I think, I hate this fucking fight. I hate women's MMA. It's retardation. But I'm going to say, you know what? I don't care. It's women's MMA. Give me... Oh, shit. I want to get my picks right. Shauna Bannon's a slight favorite at minus 185. Yeah, this fight's fucking obviously going to this. This is a piss break. But, fuck. Do I want to take the underdog? She fights at a fucking Soma fight. She's 5'4". Bro, she has 5. Bro, she has a 5 in her reach. That's so fucked. Let's look at their fucking wins. How's the deepest fight I'm going into on the card? This trash. Oh, shit. Oh, she was 1-3 in ONE FC, bro. Oh, my God. Okay, I'm going to go Shauna Bannon by decision. I'm gonna lean the Irish bitch. I mean, Pooja Tamar is kind of going to have a home field advantage because there's so many fucking Indians in England. But, yeah, fuck it, bro. I don't care about this fight. Shauna Bannon, 29-28 competitive, classic, boring women's decision. Yeah. Moving on up the card. Is it going to be a finally good fight? Yes, it is. Christian Leroy Duncan versus... Oh, what the fuck happened to my screen? Oh, versus Andre Puliev. There we go. Sorry about that. I think CLD's retarded. Actually retarded. I was very high on him coming into the UFC. Off of his fights at Cage Wars. I thought this guy was going to fucking style on everyone. And then he lost in a striking match to Andre. I mean, he had an injury win against Todorovic. Then lost a pretty boring striking fight to Petrosian where Duncan just doesn't seem to have an ability to adjust in fights. And he doesn't seem to have the best fight IQ. He was shooting takedowns on Gregory Rodriguez, but wasn't on Armin Petrosian. I don't get this fucking guy. But Andre Puliev's not a bad underdog, but I've seen him lose to some pretty shit cans in his career, and he didn't look the most impressive on his Contender Series win against Liam Anderson. But like, come on, like he's fighting fucking bums, bro. And anyone he fights good, like the 4-0, 7-2, he loses. Look how many 0-0 guys he's lost to. Like this guy, I'm gonna go Christian Leroy Duncan round 3, TKO. I think it's gonna be pretty competitive. Actually, I think the first round is just gonna be fuck off with my fucking screen, bro. I think it's gonna be pretty boring in the first round. Duncan's going to start getting creative late round 1. I think he's going to start to pour it on Pulev. I can actually see him getting a finish late second round. But I'm going to say he hurts Pulev bad at the end of round 2 and finishes him in round 3 with elbows against the fence. I think it's going to be a creative thing with elbows or a knee. So yeah, that's my pick. Christian Leroy Duncan by KO in round 3. Not the most confident in him, but I'm gonna trust him to win. It's his hometown. Oh fuck! Moving on to the big old fight of the day: Slick Mick and Marcin Tybura. I have no fucking clue who's gonna win this fucking abomination of a fight. I was leaning Marcin Tybura most of the way, but I've started to be a bit more convinced that Mick Parkin can win this fight. I think Mick Parkin's gonna win a lot of the exchanges on the feet. It's just pretty obvious. Obviously, Mick Parkin's gonna be the striker of the two. But I can also see Tybura doing a little bit on the feet and then taking him down. But I've watched some of Mick Parkin's regional heavyweight fights, and dude, he's not bad off of his back. He can get up. He's training out of Team Fish Tank with Aspinall, and that gym is designed for fucking heavyweights. You know what I mean? I don't think they let small guys train at that gym. So, like Mick Parkin's big, 6'4". He's going to be the bigger guy at 264 pounds. He's younger by 10 years. He's a slight underdog on Tapology. I think those odds will change. I'm going to lean the underdog in Mick Parkin by knockout, actually, in round 2. I think Marcin gets hurt a lot in his fights, and I think Marcin can win. Believe me, I'm not confident in this fight at all. I just think Slick Mick's going to keep on trolling, keep on trucking, and I'm going to go with Mick Parkin by KO in round 2, and I think it's going to be a right hand against the fence. Rocks him. Tybura's going to try and shoot. Parkin's going to stop the shot, land a couple of more. Tybura's going to go down, and Parkin's going to pour on the pressure, and I think Parkin's going to lead to a round 2 TKO. Believe me, guys, this fight, it's probably going to fucking end by decision, too, knowing my fucking luck. Every time I try and fucking pick heavyweights to win by finish, they win by decision. Fuck Pavlovich, that bitch-ass motherfucker, but Rosenstrike shouldn't have got cut. Let's fucking go to the UFC. But, whatever. Moving up the card. Okay, I like this fight. I mean, I like Mick Parkin and Tybura. I love that fight. I like Leroy Duncan. I like the Fletcher fight. I like the Garam fight. I mean, I like a lot of fights. Fuck the women's fight. That shit's a piss break, but this fight, people are kind of overrating Felipe Dos Santos, in my opinion. Like, I think Loner Kavanagh is going to beat Felipe Dos Santos. What's his nickname? Felipe Daytona? Felipe Daytona Dos Santos? Okay. That's fucking long for no reason. Alright. Kavanagh's Chinese. He's going to win. No, I'm joking. I'm going to lean Loner Kavanagh by decision. I think Dos Santos is a pretty tough guy. He gets dropped, but he stays in there. You know what I mean? These guys are both young. I can see Dos Santos getting some takedowns himself. I just think Kavanaugh's going to have a decent boxing advantage, and I think Kavanaugh's going to win by either third round. Do I want to pick a flyweight by KO? I mean, it just happened. Not KO, a submission for Lima, but I'm noticing flyweights are getting a bit more finishes. You know what? Give me Loney Kavanaugh by decision. I'm going to go safe on this one. I'm going to say Loner Kavanaugh wins by decision. I think he's going to school Felipe dos Santos over 3 rounds. I think he's going to win 29-28. Actually, I don't think he's going to school Dos Santos. I think Dos Santos is going to win the first round. Fuck, this fight's actually close. Maybe people aren't overrating Dos Santos. I mean, let's look at his resume. Let's see his losses. It should be Cap and Lima, right? Both by decision. Yeah, those are not bad losses at all, man. But the Victor Altamirano fight, bro, he didn't fucking win that fight. Watch that shit. He did not fucking win that fight, bro. He got fucking brutally robbed. Victor Altamirano, poor fuck. Got robbed in Mexico. Oh, my God. Okay, I'm going to say Loner Kavanaugh wins by decision. Felipe can win by submission. Yeah, it's a close fight. It's a close fight at the end of the day. I'm going to lean Loner. Fuck it. Loner Kavanaugh, round 3 TKO against the fence. Boxing combination, in and out movement. Hurts to... fuck it. Decision. Give me decision. I'll be confident. Decision. Moving on up the card, Chris Taco Padilla. I don't know why I sound like a fucking Mexican when I said taco, but... or versus Jai, the Black Country Banger, Herbert. Fuck, dude. I think Padilla's an underdog, right? Yeah, he's a plus 100 underdog. You know, I think I'm going to lean... Hold on. Let's see. I think Karam and Cowie might be a finish. This is going to be a decision. This might be a finish. This shouldn't be a finish, but I think it's going to be. This is going to be a decision. I'm going to go off of some genius methodology right here. I'm going to go Jai Herbert. I was leaning Chris Padilla the whole way through. I was leaning him as an underdog. I think he's got insane finishing potential in this fight. I like how he has a grappling upside on Herbert. Do I want to trust the chin of Jai Herbert? What was this? A draw against Ludovic Klein is an ass, but I think Klein is kind of overrated. Perez went to a decision with him. I think that was 29-28 actually as well. Taporia, I mean, he fucking dropped Taporia, obviously. I don't like Bedoya, though. Bedoya is shit. Bedoya was 0-3, I think, in the UFC, bro. Fucking lost to everyone. Fucking lost to Sunken Ann. He lost to fucking Kiosk Williams. And he lost to Jai Herbert. You know what? Rongju by KO. James Law top by sub. His wins are all finishes, dude. You know what? I'm going to trust in Chris Padilla to win this fight by finish. I'm going to say he submits Jai Herbert after... No, I think it's going to be a club and sub for Chris Padilla. Late round 2. I think Herbert's going to be winning this fight at range. Kind of piecing up Padilla with the jabs, the kicks, the knees. But I just think in the end, man, Chris Padilla is going to find something, dude. I think Jai Herbert's very fucking chinny. If we go to all of his losses, he's gotten hurt bad at one point. Ziam didn't really hurt him, but I don't know. Ziam fucking just decided to be good against Davis. I don't know. And fucking Frivola, but you know what I mean? Herbert's had some pretty troubling, Trinaldo chinned him. I know it was a while ago, but Karma Worthy, he beat him, but like it's fucking Karma Worthy, bro. Like to Kyle Nelson's not I mean he's shit, but not the worst. Taporia slept him, but he dropped Taporia, so that's not bad. Yeah, I'm gonna lean Chris Padilla to get the finish. I think he's gonna win by club and sub round 2. Or a dominant wrestling decision. But I'm just gonna lean with Chris Padilla because he has the wrestling upside. And yeah, man, I think this card's gonna be very 50-50 with the Englishmen. I think some are gonna win, some are gonna lose. And yeah, I think this fight's gonna be good though while it lasts. And if it goes all the way, I'm going to say Herbert gets the win by outpointing Padilla probably, if it's on the feet the whole time. But I'm going to lean Chris Padilla round 2 submission after he drops him with a right hand. You know what? I'm going to say as Herbert throws a nice knee. Moving on up the card, one of my favorite fights on this card, Morgan, the Last Pirate Charrier versus the prospect Nathaniel Wood. I think Nathaniel Wood can win this fight. What the fuck? How the fuck is Wood 63% on Topology? I'm leaning Charrier by KO, honestly. Sorry about that. I think Charrier is going to win this fight. I think Nathaniel Wood gets hurt often in all of his fights. Naimov beat him, yeah, but Naimov's a cheating little fucking rodent. But, like, okay. Charles Rosa by decision. That's ass. That's an ass win. Straight up shit win. Charles Jourdain. Okay, that's a good win. But he didn't look the best in that fight. And then Andre Fili did good and dropped him, I think. If I remember that fight right. Hold on. UFC stats. If I remember that fight right, Fili dropped Nathaniel Wood. So they both, I remember they both dropped each other. And like, man, look, Fili was, I think Morgan Charrier sleeps Fili in the first round. Out cold. Like, I think Fili is a step-up fight for Charrier. And in my opinion, Charrier, I love Chepe Mariscal. He's pretty good. I actually think he's good. Like, he's a top 15 probably. But Charrier arguably, not just arguably, in my opinion, when I was watching that fight, I picked Charrier, yes. So that could maybe have a little bit of bias, but I'm not a fan of either of the two, really. I just thought Charrier won that fight by out-scrambling him and outlanding him. And, dude, I think Charrier's a beast. And honestly, you'll see for some of my bets, Charrier, man, he's a fucking freak, dude. And I think he only loses to really good competition. If you go look at his record and his resume, his losses are all really, really aged well. And all of his 90% of his losses are fucking decisions. Split majority decisions, too. 4 unanimous, 5 split decision losses, man. Chepe Mariscal, split. Arguably, in my opinion, should have went to him. Paul Hughes, majority decision. Like, that's a crazy evolution. Yeah, Hughes is now a lightweight, and he's a lot better. And he's really coming to his own. But, dude, he still went to a fucking majority decision with Paul Hughes. Bro, in my opinion, fucking beat Usman Nurmagomedov. Which, in itself, is a freaking great win. Jordan Vucenic by split, who I'm pretty high on Vucenic, man. I think he's a talent. And I think, you know what? Charrier will win this fight by knock. I'm pretty confident in Charrier to win this fight by KO. Nathaniel Woods, I can see Charrier winning a decision as well. Or Wood winning a decision. Obviously, it's going to be a competitive fight. I think Wood's going to be outboxing Charrier for a little bit. But I think Charrier will find a shot to hurt Wood. And I think once he hurts Wood, man, Charrier's finishing instincts are fucking amazing. He's a really good finisher. If we go to most of his wins, KO, 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 like every time he wins, it's by a finish. You know what I mean? Really, like, when's his last decision win? I know the Gabriel Miranda fight was a real big layup, but, like, Daniel Wood went to war with Daniel Pineda. No, I'm gonna keep this prediction as it is. I'm gonna say Morgan Charrier KOs Nathaniel Wood late in round 2 with a left hook or a... You know what? I think it's going to be a head kick. I think Charrier is going to find a left hook to a high kick late round 2 against Nathaniel Wood. Moving on up the card, one of my favorite fights on this card, because no matter who the winner is, they're going to win in a banger, spectacular fight. Jordan, the Epidemic Vucenic versus Chris, the Problem Duncan. These guys, I think, have a fucking bet on a tattoo. Like, a loser fucking has a tattoo on their ass of the other guy's name, which is fuck, because that's a fuck bet. But, you know what I'm going to say? I'm actually confident Jordan Vucenic's going to win this fight by submission in the first round. I think he's going to rock Duncan early and catch him in a guillotine. Actually, you know what? I'm going to say round 2. Early round 2, rear naked choke for Jordan Vucenic. I think he's really fucking good. He dropped Garam in the first round. And, bro, you can't deny he arguably won that fight. I picked Garam. I bet on Garam in that fight. I made money on that fight. I just thought that I lost my parlay. Like, I was like, oh, fuck. Like, come on, Garam. And it was because if you rewatch that fight, the first 2 minutes of round 2, maybe the first 3 minutes even, Vucenic was landing nasty boxing combinations. And he's just so well-rounded, dude. I think he's going to hurt Duncan. Duncan's very hurtable in his fights. Let's check who minus 345 is a bit wide. Guys both have one loss in the UFC. But Manuel Torres dropping you in sub... did he drop him? Or he just caught him in a rear naked choke? I don't remember. He caught him in a rear naked choke though, right? Yeah. Okay. And that fight was so cool. I don't rate Manuel that high. I picked Manuel to beat Bahamondes though. So... You know, Chris Duncan's a good underdog by finish. If you're going to bet on Chris Duncan, I'd bet by finish. I'm going to say Vucenic wins by... Fuck, I want to pick KO. Because Duncan's going to get hurt. I know he's going to get hurt in this fight. I'm going to say submission. I'm going to say Jordan Vucenic wins by rear naked choke round 1. I'm going to change it back to round 1. I think he's going to look real good in front of his home country. I think he's going to... Duncan's going to have some support, but I think the support's going to be all in favor of Jordan Vucenic. And I think he's going to start the Epidemic in the company. And I think he's going to actually go on a little run before he loses again. I think Jordan Vucenic's one to watch out for in the UFC. And, man, that fight's going to be entertaining, I promise you. Moving on up the card, Molly, the lesbian McCann versus Alexa, transgender Thainara. Fuck, I don't like women's MMA. Everyone's leaning Thainara. She's a minus 190 favorite. Unanimous decision win, rear naked choke, decision, submission. So she's pretty well-rounded. You know, I'm going to... Okay, we'll go with Alexa Thainara by submission, actually. I'm going to go with her... Actually, are we going to put both women's MMA fights? Molly McCann's so ass, she has to get finished. So we're going to go Alexa Thayanara by... I think she's going to find an armbar. She's not going to... Yeah, well, I mean, Molly McCann's arms are fucking 62 inches of reach, 67. So you know what? No, I'm going to go on Alexa Thayanara by decision. I think she's going to win 29-28. Grappling. No, 30-27, sorry. I think she's going to be grappling a lot in this fight. McCann's going to give her some trouble on the feet, I think. But overall, going to be pretty shitty, boring women's MMA, shit break, fucking garbage. I think it's going to be Alexa transgender by whatever fucking decision. 30-27. Moving on up the card to the featured fight, if I recall. Yep, Kevin Holland and Gunnar Nelson. This faggot, 45-70, Mr. Kevin Holland. Oh my god, bro. I picked De Ridder to beat him by submission in the first round in his last fight. And I've gotten Kevin Holland fights pretty good, pretty dead on. And I know a lot of people are going with Gunnar Nelson. He kind of treats MMA like a side quest, but so does Holland. That's the problem. For a guy as inactive as Gunnar Nelson, I think Kevin Holland's got a real shot. But I'm gonna... fuck, who am I going to go with? The grappler or the striker? I mean, I haven't picked that many underdogs on this card. I don't want to pick a guy just because he's an underdog, though. You know what? I'm going to lean... Kevin Holland by knockout. I fucking can't even with this cunt. I think Kevin Holland's going to win by a KO, random garbage KO, late round 2, right hand. Sits Gunnar down and he puts him away. I mean, when's the last time Gunnar got put away? I'm going to go with Kevin Holland. Split with Edwards is fucked. That makes me hate the main event even more. I'm going to say Kevin Holland, wins this fight by a random ass KO. I'm going to go Kevin Holland as an underdog. Fuck it. I'm not going to bet. Do not listen to me. Do not fucking bet on this fight at all. I promise you, whoever you bet on, the other guy is going to win. Just to say fuck you. In my opinion, this fight is a stay away from fight. Just watch it as a fan. I think Kevin Holland's going to win by round 2 TKO. Moving on up the card. Give me on Blachowicz to beat Carlos Blackjack Oberg. I'm like, the only reason I have any doubt in my head about this fight is Blachowicz's age and the surgeries. But in the heavier divisions of MMA, I just think that it doesn't matter as much. I think this fight is going to be a slower paced fight. Blachowicz has a reach advantage by an inch. He's smarter. He has the wrestling. He has way better jiu-jitsu as well. Oberg, guys, in all of his fights that I've rewatched, like, we're going to go more into that. I'm going to do a main event and a co-main event in-depth to breakdown, so tune into those. But my main takeaway is Oberg's ass at defending leg kicks. Da Woon Jung caught him with every leg kick he wanted. Fucking, even Tefon Nchukwi, who's trash, garbage, was landing a couple of leg kicks on Oberg. I think this fight's leaning Jan Blachowicz, and I'm going to go more in depth about how much of a fraud I think Oberg is in a deeper video, and you guys will have to stay tuned for that. But my pick right now, we're going to say Jan Blachowicz gets it done by KO in round 3. Moving on up the card, this one I'm really split down the middle. I like Leon as an underdog. I like Brady as the favorite. I think this is a very close fight. Something's just telling me, man, Sean Brady's going to get this one done by submission. I don't know what it is. I think Edwards is a monster on the feet. Edwards, while this fight's on the feet, will be winning and controlling it at range. But I think Edwards isn't active enough. And I think Brady does give a lot of space. And yeah, it's something he does where he he'll kind of give Leon that range for a little bit. But I think once Leon starts to tag him, Brady's going to actually surprise him with the boxing. I think Leon's going to be a bit hesitant. Plus, I rewatched Brady and Bilal, and dude, Brady was piecing up Bilal with the boxing in round one. And I think styles make fights. A takedown will cause Leon to be a bit more hesitant. He's a hesitant guy in his, even against strikers. So I have no doubt in my head that this fight is going to be very close. And do most people have it going to decision? I would assume so. Yeah, most people got Brady by decision and Edwards by decision. But I'm going to lean Sean Brady to actually get a submission here in round 4. I think he's going to get a Kimura or an arm triangle against Leon Edwards. And I think Leon's really good, man. Really athletic. He's going to be stopping those takedowns. But Brady, I mean, I might switch this pick in the main event breakdown, but this is a very close fight, and guys, and I'm leaning towards Sean Brady. So those are my UFC Fight Night Edwards versus Brady picks for tomorrow. I fucking can't wait. Guys, you should be hyped for this card in the O2. 13 fights. Bro, this is going to be fun. I just think we're going to make some free money. Jan Blachowicz is going to be a great underdog win, I hope. Praying for Jan. Oh, and let's talk about quickly the canceled fights, who I would have gone. Estela Nunes and Molly McCann. I don't really give a fucking shit, but I'm going to say Molly McCann would have won. Estela Nunes was probably, I'll say just a fucking gimme fight for McCann to get a win back in England. Sadly for McCann, Dainara stepped in. Moving on, Alonzo Menafield and Umar Sy. I think Umar Sy isn't the best. I do think he would have gotten past Alonzo Menafield, though. I think he would have won this fight by submission or decision. I'm going to say he would have won this fight via arm triangle in the second round. And I actually think they rebooked this fight for June 14th for whatever that card's going to be. So whenever that fight does get made, I think another training camp will be better for Umar Sy. Alonzo just had a real hard fight with Julius Walker. I think, Sy's going to win whenever that fight does get rebooked. And they look the fucking same. And JDM and Edwards. JDM would have slept Edwards in the fucking third round. Out cold. I promise you JDM would have fucking dusted Edwards. But, yeah, man, I fucking wish we got that fight. I wish that Aussie would have slept him out cold in England. But, because, Leon's not the worst. I knew Bilal was going to beat Leon's ass. Fucking won me $950. Thanks, Bilal. Yeah, man, those are my picks. I'll see you guys in the breakdown for, fuck, why am I stuttering like a fucking retard? But I'm going to say, I'm pretty happy that with this first video, I think it went pretty well. If you guys like this, go watch my in-depth breakdown on Jan Blachowicz and Carlos Ulberg, and my in-depth breakdown on Edwards and Brady and which rounds and specific methods I think will win. Oh, fuck, I forgot the whole betting shit. God damn it. All right, time to go to betting. All right. That is not FanDuel. That's fucking Bet365, a whole different site. FanDuel.com. All right. It's telling me to log, bro. Don't make me log in right now. Okay, you know what? Fuck it. We're gonna do a round prop bet. So we're gonna do a round bet. We're gonna do I'll give you 3 money lines, and I'll give you my lock of the card, and I'll give you a rounds bet as well. So for the round prop bet, it's worrying, man. But because there's a lot of I think the best round prop bet you can make in this fight, I think we're going to sprinkle about a unit. I think we're going to sprinkle the unit on Jordan Vucenic in the first round and Jordan Vucenic in the second round against Chris Duncan. That's my that's my prop of the week. Fucking, oh my God, why am I stuttering like this shit? I'm going to say for my KO prop, I really, really like Charrier's KO odds. I think Charrier, if I go, just drop some shit. If I go on my phone here, man, Charrier to get the KO right now is sitting at a plus 450. That is ridiculous for a guy that gets hurt as much as Nathaniel Wood, man. And I'm actually going to say Morgan Charrier is my KO prop of the week. And yeah, man, I think it's, I'm going to go with Charrier, pretty confident. Yeah. I think Charrier is my KO prop of the week, man. I think we're going to have a hitter with Charrier by KO. And moving on the card again. Oh my God. Let's go back here. So for my round prop bet, I'm going to say the main event to go over 3.5 rounds. In my opinion, do I have any other bet props that I think are better? You know what? I like Guram Kutateladze over 2.5 rounds. I think this fight, if Guram gets the finish, is going to be very, very late into this fight. And I think more than likely, actually, Guram's going to win this fight. Probably. Well, I mean, most people are picking this guy, Guram, by decision. So I'm taking the chance on him by KO. So I'll say Guram Kutateladze over 2.5 rounds is a fantastic pick. And my lock of the card before the 3 money lines I give you is Nathan Fletcher by decision. This is my absolute number 1 lock of the night. I don't see him finishing Loughran, and I don't see Loughran winning. So I just think this fight's Nathan Fletcher's fight, man. It's in his hometown, or home country. I don't know if it's hometown or his hometown. No, he's from Liverpool, so it's not his hometown. But yeah, man, I think fucking Nathan Fletcher's got this fight in the bag. Yeah, and for my 3-fight money line. My 3-fight money line parlay that I would do for $150. I think this not the safest, but a nice one you could do. I like Loney Kavanaugh money line, Charrier money line, and to top it off, I like Jan Blachowicz is risky. And honestly, we'll go with Nathan Fletcher money line as well. Because I think, yeah, man. I think Nathan Fletcher's just a win. And he's a slight favorite. I think those odds are a fucking steal. Thank you, guys. This video's been nearly 40 minutes. Sorry to fucking keep you here for a while, but hope you enjoyed. See you later.